Hello friends, this is Piyush Malpure, lecturer in English. I am going to teach you the subject communication skills. Today we are going to begin the first chapters. The first chapter, name of the first chapter is Fundamentals of Communication. So, first of all, let us see what is communication. In general terms, communication is defined as a discussion or conversation, but we have a specific definition of communication. So, we will see communication is the process by which information is transmitted between individuals and or organizations so that an understanding response results. This definition of communication is given by Peter Little. Another definition: communication is an exchange of facts, ideas, and opinions or emotions by two or more than two people or two persons. This definition is given by Newman and Summer Jr. So these were the definitions of communication. Now let us see what is the importance of communication. So communication is an important facet of life. Communication skills are essential in all spheres of life, be it an interview or dealing with the project leader or working out a solution with a team or writing a report. Getting across the point effectively is what matters. Effective communication centers around the use of words, speed of delivery of words, pitch modulation, and body language. It is very important to use the proper word at proper time at proper place to communicate the right message. So in the existing globalization scenario, most of the information technology enabled services, management institutes, public and private sector, multinational companies, and all that are search for a right and suitable fresher for executive posts. So whatever be the recruiting criteria in industry giants had in their agenda, once this was clear, a first class degree would not serve the purpose. The candidate has to satisfy the skill sets that the companies were looking for, and unanimously the skill set that they were looking for is communication skills. So this was the importance of communication. So we will see one by one. Communication is lifeblood for any business, organization, or institution. Nothing can be run without effective communication. The communication motivates the spirit of understanding and cooperation. It is an effective tool of supervision. It is very important for maintaining good human relationship. It is useful for motivating the people. These are the importance of communication. So we will have lots of importance. These are given in your notes. I will share notes with you. Then, what are the problems students face while communicating? So some students write well, but they are not able to express themselves orally, and some speak fluently but cannot write without grammatical errors. So these are some problems. And students problems in communication, in group communication, that they have limited vocabulary, inaccurate grammar, lack of fluency, etc. So these problems are faced by students. Now we will see the model of communication, model of communication process. So how does the communication take place? So there are some elements of communication. Those elements are sender, message, channel, then receiver, and feedback. These are the important elements of communication. Now one by one we will see the elements. The first element is sender. Sender is a person who encodes the message, means who composes the message, who writes the message or speaks the message, and he sends the message. Then next component is message. So whatever is to be conveyed is called as message. Then another element is channel. So what type of channel, means medium he uses for communication. Like it can be uh, oral communication, written communication, technical technology he can use for communication. Then next is receiver, the person who receives the message and he understands the message is called as the receiver. And after understanding the message, he gives reply to the sender, and that reply is called as feedback. So feedback is a reply given to the sender by the receiver, and without feedback communication is incomplete. So after the feedback is given, then communication becomes complete. So there are two mediums or two processes used by sender and receiver. The sender uses encoding. Encoding is to compose the message. The message should be composed so that the receiver can understand the message. And another component is decoding. Decoding is to understand the message. This decoding is done by the receiver. So receiver is also called as decoder of the message. Then we will see the characteristics of communication process. The first characteristic is clearness and integrity of message to be conveyed. Second, adequate briefing of the recipient. Third, accurate plan of objectives. Fourth, reliability and uniformity of the message. 5. To know the main purpose of the message. 6. Proper response or feedback. 7. Correct timing. 8. Use of proper medium to convey the message properly. And 9. Use of informal communication. So, these were the characteristics of communication process. So, in the next lecture, we will see the types of communication. Till then, goodbye. I will share notes on the group so you can read from those notes. Thank you.